United States Army Colonel, noted California trial lawyer, senior columnist at townhall.com. You should read my column today and tomorrow. Today it's about Andrew Breitbart. Tomorrow it's about other stuff. So I'm going to leave the air of mystery up there. Let's get right to it. There's news. The news is this. There's been another rocket attack on an American base in Iraq. Now, let's just leave aside why we're still in Iraq after nearly 20 years and focus on what happened. At 7:20 local time, 10 rockets of unknown size hit the base. It's unclear if there are casualties. There are some reports that a Filipino contractor working for the Americans died of a heart attack. Don't know if it's true. Remember what we always used to say in the military, your first report is always wrong. But we do know there was an attack. Again, this is becoming a thing because remember last week there were rocket attacks on American bases in Iraq. The response from the Biden administration was to launch airstrikes on Iranian-backed militias in Syria. Now, the culprit here are allegedly Iraqi militias, almost certainly backed by the Iranians, almost certainly. It's it's a game. It's a game they're playing as Joe Biden plays footsies with these mullahs. Okay, he can't wait to hand them on a silver platter what Donald Trump managed to take back. That is, get us out of the JCPOA. This terrible Iran deal. They want to go back in. I don't understand this bizarre desire on the part of our liberal establishment to cater to these sociopaths. What the hell is wrong with them? And this is not going to deter them. All right, this is not going to stop Joe Biden or whoever's, the Geppetto to this wizened old Pinocchio that is our current occupant of the White House. It's not going to stop them from going forward. They want this Iran deal, and they don't care if they're making it with people who want to kill Americans, people who want to kill our allies, people who want to kill Israelis in particular. Every week, Iran murders another of its dissidents. Every week, Iran launches some sort of terrorist attack. Every week, they continue to build up to attack America and its allies. It's like do-de-do-de-do. Well, let's maybe if we submit a little more, they'll be our friends. What is wrong with these people? Why are we playing footsies with the mullahs? Here's what's going to happen. There's going to be some sort of counterattack, probably missile strikes, probably launched from ships out in the Persian Gulf. We've got submarines, got destroyers, and fire some cruise missiles. Blah, 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 blah. Probably take out some empty buildings. Let me tell you, I wouldn't want to be an Iranian aspirin factory right now. And then they're going to get back to submission as usual. It's pathetic. These people currently in power in the United States, they cannot be reasoned with. They cannot learn from experience. They are just appeasers. And it's crazy. It's literally crazy. Do we think that somehow these guys are going to be more reasonable if they have deliverable nuclear weapons? The problem is the people currently running the show in Washington, D.C. seem to think that it's a good idea to have America's enemies have an effective counterweight to American power. This is the problem when you, from your gut, feel that there's something wrong with America. So wrong that you've got to cater to our enemies. It's happened during the Cold War, too. Now, I was busy during the Cold War. I was in Stuttgart shivering as actually part of the United States Army during one of my active duty tours. And so I wasn't here when people were saying, singing that Sting song, Russians love their children too. Do they? You sure? Sure about that? Because I kind of know about how the Russians operated. I just, I'm not sure the communists love their children quite the same way we did. And I'm not sure the mullahs did. One of the, back when the mullahs were fighting Saddam Hussein, which is the greatest let them fight moment of all time. Kind of like when Godzilla takes on Mothra. Great, let them fight. Who wins? We do. The Iranian mullahs used to clear minefields by sending kids to run through them. Now, it's innovative, yeah, I guess. Effective, okay. If you're trying to clear a minefield, I guess having kids detonate the mines is probably a kind of effectiveness. But it gives you the mindset of the mullahs. They are bloodthirsty. They are ruthless, and they are actively dedicated to their own interests. I wish the current occupant of the White House and those who control him were equally dedicated to American interests. So that is what we have seen out in the Middle East. Here at home, freedom! Yes, freedom! After that desiccated old weirdo in the White House announced, well, it's going to be 2022 before we can get back to normal. Let me tell you, Biden's never getting back to normal, okay? That guy's not on, he's on the second slippery slope. He's already slid down one slippery slope. He's on another one. He's never getting back to normal. But Texas and Mississippi are. Greg Abbott, potential presidential candidate, by the way, and Tate Reeves of Mississippi both said, we are done. Mask mandates gone. All businesses open. Schools open. We are done. We are open for business. Now, I wish our own governor here in California, because the Relief Factor studio is located in sunny California, the sunny being the only good part of California remaining. He has announced that Santa Clara and San Francisco can begin the process of reopening. Los Angeles, not so much. But Scat, Francisco, Santa Clara, where the tech titans who basically fund his election are, they're going to open. I bet that has nothing to do with the recall. We're going to talk a lot about the recall today, folks. We've got Kira Davis and Jennifer Van Laar from Red State. They are both huge California politics mavens. And we have Rick Grinnell in the third hour. Is Rick Grinnell going to be a candidate in the upcoming recall? I think the recall is going to happen. I will ask him. We will see if he will tell us. We had Kevin Falconer on yesterday with Hugh. Kevin Falconer does not want Rick Grinnell to get in this race. So we've got that to look forward to. But I'll tell you, before this recall comes, California is going to be open because Gavin Newsom has no choice. Look, it's freedom, folks. Freedom from these bizarre restrictions. Look, I know COVID's a thing. I had COVID. I beat COVID like a redheaded stepchild. Okay, I'm not, I am not coming out in favor of the abuse of stepchildren, redheaded or otherwise. But I'm just saying that my body surges with powerful antibodies, and I have beaten the puny virus into submission. So I am personally not participating in the pandemic anymore. If I have to go into a place where they ask me to wear a mask, I will do that because it's polite. It's your place. You say you got to wear a mask, you can. But otherwise, I fear nothing, and you should fear nothing. Get your vaccine, act with common sense, and act like a citizen instead of a serf. This is Kurt Schlichter, guest hosting for the great Hugh Hewitt.